Presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
WGA Baseball on the PSP Network. We're live from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. Legendary Corbett Field. The drum line's here. as we get geared up and ready for high school baseball today on the PSP Network. It's the Demons from Bismarck High that are in town to take on the Magi from Minot High. It should be a good ball game today, and one that's got some playoff implications for it inside of WDA baseball as we go down the stretch, closer and closer to the WDA tournament time. It will be a good one today. The Demons come in at 5-3 inside of conference play, 7-7 inside of West Region, or 7-7, excuse me, overall, 5-3 inside of the conference. However, they come in riding a 4-game win streak and a team that certainly has some power and some athletes. The Magi on the other side, well, they were picked number 1 in the West at the start of the year. They have held true to that accountability here in 2021. They're 8-2 inside of the conference, 11-5 overall here in 2021. We get geared up and ready for the ball game today. It's the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be found here tonight at 701-852-1700. Great dinner option for you tonight. I highly recommend the Blue Buffalo Pizza. Try those chicken wings as well. Planet Pizza really is out of this world. Well, the matchup today features Minot High and Bismarck High. Anytime these two teams get together, really doesn't matter what it is. It can be baseball, it can be swimming, hockey, football, basketball. There's some athletes that go head-to-head in more than just one sport. And today, baseball no different here at legendary Corbett Field. Time to take a look at the starting lineups for today's ball game. They're brought to you by Magic City Inspections. Magic City Inspections is a locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, minotinspections.com. You take a look at the Bismarck High Demons getting geared up and ready for the top half of the first inning here today, and the Demons will start like this at the dish. Cade Christo, the shortstop, will bat first, followed by Caden Fisher, the third baseman, batting second. Lucas Schell, the first baseman, bats third. Pitching and cleaning up today is Nick Devine for the Demons. On to the bottom half of the order, batting fifth is Cole Johnner, the catcher. Center fielder is Gunnar Swanson. He bats in the sixth spot. Caden Schweer, the left fielder, will bat in the seventh spot. Logan Schaubert, the DH, bats eighth. And Hunter Aker, the second baseman, will bat in the number 9 spot. For the Magi here this afternoon in their home white uniforms, the Magicians will start like this on the offensive side of things. The Magi will start with Chase Burke, the center fielder, leading things off for Minot High here today. The first baseman, Eli Nissen, will bat second. Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop, will bat third. Trent Greek, the right fielder, will bat in the cleanup spot. Kellen Burke will DH, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Kelvin Baker, the left fielder. Third baseman and batting seventh is Caleb Ballou. And catching today, batting eighth is Braden McCartney. He wears number 2. And then Morgan Igard, the second baseman, bats in the number 9 spot here today for the Magicians on their home field here at legendary Corbett Field. There's the Magic City Inspections starting lineups for both ball teams here today. Again, Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, minotinspections.com. Back to the pitcher matchup now presented and delivered by the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. And again today for the Magi, they go on the hill with Talon Hebert. He will pitch to Braden McCartney, the catcher for the Magi. And Hebert's a player that at summer ball last year certainly did a great job for the Vistas. One of the guys that was a real go-to on the hill. That's been one of the things for the Magi all year long here in this 2021 campaign for high school baseball. Pitching has not been an issue for the Magicians here in 2021. Nick Devine on the other side for the Demons. He'll pitch to Cole Johnner today, and Devine, a player as well for Bismarck High that can get the job done. Devine, a senior, he'll play in the outfield, and he'll pitch as well for Bismarck High. And, of course, Hebert, a senior as well for the Magi. The Magicians certainly heavily loaded with upperclassmen here in 2021. Just about set for the opening pitch here today from legendary Corbett Field. The umpires take the field. When we come back, we'll have our opening pitch here tonight. It's the Demons and the Magi from legendary Corbett Field. It's high school baseball and WDA action here on the PSP Network.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
Comes back away down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots, he scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot. This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
At Ryan Buick GMC, we don't see a new car buyer or a used car buyer. We see a person giving us the chance to earn their trust. And we take that personally. We detail and inspect every pre-owned vehicle before it goes on our lot. So when you buy one, you'll leave confident that your car is in great condition and you got a great value. To see our entire selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs right now, shop RyanGMC.com or visit us at Ryan Buick GMC, your dealership of choice.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Time for WDA baseball here today on the PSP Network. Nick Holbrook, glad to have you aboard here tonight for WDA baseball and a matchup with the Bismarck High Demons and Minot High Magicians here on the PSP Network. Glad to have you folks aboard here today as you take a good look at the Minot High pitcher and Talon Hebert that gets the call today. Catching today again for the Magi will be Braden McCarty behind the dish for the Magi. Again, leading off here today for the Demons and batting first is the shortstop, Cade Cavisto. Third baseman, Caden Fisher. Lucas Schill plays first, and Nick Devine, the pitcher, will bat in the top four spots today here for the Demons. We take a look at the standings inside of North Dakota West Region High School Baseball today. Those standings brought to you by our friends at Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Legacy's 5-0 inside the conference. They're on a 5-game win streak. They've only played 5 games in the conference, however, compared to the Magi, who sit number 2 right now with 10 conference games played, the most inside of the WDA. They're 8-2. Century's number 3 with a 6-2 mark, tied with Dickinson at 6-2. The Magi lost a pair to Dickinson of the Midgets earlier in their last matchups, actually. And then the Bismarck High Demons are in the number 5 spot with a 5-3 mark on the season. Mandan number 6, Williston 7, St. Mary's 8, Jamestown number 9, Watford City is number 10. Time for our opening pitch today here from legendary Corbett Field. Beautiful day for baseball. Overcast here in the Magic City. Nevertheless, a beautiful day for North Dakota High School baseball. First pitch delivered at 4:36 p.m. today. Temperature 57 degrees. First 2 miss. 2 balls, no strikes. Got a train at legendary Corbett Field rumbling in the background. Coming set for the Magi, this is Hebert. Taking the call from McCarty. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one's right down Broadway, registering strike number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to the leadoff batter, Cade Cavisto. Top half of the first inning, just starting. If you're just joining us, that ball's rocketed all the way down the 316 line, but that one sent foul down the left field line. Count will move to 2-2. Once again, beautiful day for baseball here in the Magic City, all things considered here at the start of May. 57 degrees, not too shabby. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled back, and Cavisto stays alive. here are the counts. Well, Talent Hebert going to work for the Magi on the hill. Talked about it in the Planet Pizza pregame show tonight that the Magicians certainly haven't lacked any defense from the pitching surface here in 2021. Team that brings back plenty of talent on the hill. 2-2 pitch. That one chopped over to third. Picked up there by Ballou. Fired it over to first. T-line instant. 1 up, 1 down for the Magi. And 1 away will bring up the second batter, Caden Fisher, here for the Demons, the third baseman. First season back since 2020 season was canceled due to COVID-19. The Demons finished 8th back in 2019. They went 11-21 overall, 6-12 inside the West region. First one fired into Fisher, in for a ball. That one was down and away. Magi on the other side back in 2019. They didn't have a terrible outing. That one's going to get away from McCarty down into the turf. 2 balls, no strikes. Magi tied for 5th in 2019 in the WDA. They went 10-8 over 500. Team that was 22-13 overall when the dust settled at the end of the 2019 campaign. 2-1 the count. Here to Caden Fisher with 1 down. Here's the windup of the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count moves to 2-2. Fisher wanted that one. And Hebert blew it past him. Nobody on. The train continues to travel down the tracks, heading from the west to the east here in the Magic City. Look count. That one right off the back of Fisher, hit by pitch. And a runner on first base here for the Demons. We'll bring up Lucas Shell, the first baseman. Today's ball game brought to you in part by our friends at Schatz Crossroad Restaurant. At Schatz Crossroads Restaurant, always open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the 2 and 52 Bypass East. Visit SchatzCrossroads.com. You can also order online. Well, McCarty delivers the call to Hebert. He comes set, the windup, and the pitch. That one hits for a strike. By the way, the umpires today, Brett Ingebrigtsen and Dean Wincheski are in the field. Brian Horniker's behind the dish. Ingebrigtsen and Wincheski, along with Horniker, 3 of the best in the business inside of the West region. Here's the windup of the pitch. That ball's going to be tattooed out to Chase Burke, tracking backwards, gloving it. And there's 2 down for the Magi as that one sailed out to center. 3 up, 2 down for the Demons, and a runner still on first base. That's Fisher. Well, that brings up Nick Devine, the pitcher, batting from the right side of the plate. 2 down, runner on first base. Nobody scored yet. Hebert comes set. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one's going to be fouled back over on the right field side. 3:16 of the quarters here at legendary Corbett Field. 4:10 out straight away over the big red Buffalo in center field. That's a monster shot inside of West Region Baseball. It's been done. There's plenty of talent around the WDA that could send it anywhere over the fence. This ball is going to be sent out to right field. The single is going to come through there. And on is Devine with the single. Advancing Caden Fisher over to second. So with 2 down, there's 2 runners on for the Demons. Cole Johnner, the catcher, comes up next, batting in the 5th spot in the batting lineup here today for the Demons. Johnner stepping in to face Talent Hebert for the first time today. Weather.com said 57 degrees here in the Magic City. That one right down Broadway for strike number 1. Clouds cover the sky here tonight to the Magic City. Makes it a little bit breezier, a little bit chillier, I should say, but the breeze really at a minimum here tonight. Kind of uncharacteristic for North Dakota and the Magic City. Any time of the year, that American flag out in center field, completely limp here tonight. 1-1 the count. Runners on first and second. If you're just joining us tonight, the Demons are at the dish. We're in the top half of the first inning. Minot High, those home whites with the Vegas gold caps, like the outfits for the Magi. Kind of remind me of the Houston Astros, the old school stuff. That one's in for a strike. 1-1 the count on the board. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, the count here at legendary Corbett Field. Johnner again stepping back in to face Hebert. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one just missed outside of the plate. 2-2 now the count. Demons are a team that come in on a 4-game win streak. Magi have dropped 4. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one smacked up the third base line, but foul. Chopped over towards the third baseman for the Magi, Caleb Ballou, who plays third here tonight for the Magicians. Count moves to 2-2. 2 down, runners on first and second. Hebert trying to close out the top half of the first inning here for the Magi. That ball is going to be rifled right to the shortstop. Dylan Buchanan's got a glove on it. We're through one half of an inning played. 0-0 on the first. International Bank and Trust scoreboard. The Magi come to the plate next. No runs on. 1 hit, 2 runners left on here for the Demons. So the Magicians will come to the dish with Burke, Nissen, and Buchanan when we return. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
High school baseball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by our friends at Clean Tech. Clean Tech, where you could get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business. With Clean Tech LLC, this is a proactive deep cleaning service that includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about Clean Tech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online, cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech, coming to the rescue since 1992. There you see the 3 that are due up for the Magi. Burke, Nissen, and Buchanan will lead things off here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Demons had 2 stranded, 1 run, no hits, no minor errors in the top half of the first inning. We're now in the bottom half of the Magi. Look to see if they could get the bats moving early on here tonight against the number 5 in the WDA Bismarck High Demons. Nick Devine on the hill, Cole Johnner behind the dish. We take a look at Chase Burke. First plate appearance tonight for Burke. One of the better inside of the WDA. This kid's got wheels. He can hit the ball, and he's great defensively as well. He's going to see the first one in there for a strike. Strike number 1 as it was delivered from Nick Devine. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one just missed inside. Well, there you can hear the Canadian Pacific in the background. Here's the windup of the pitch. That ball's going to be blasted out towards left field. Tracking it for the Demons right at the foul line. And gloving it, Caden Schweer, 1 up, 1 down for the Demons as Burke flies that one hard out into left field. but Schwer was there to make the play. 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Eli Nissen. Nissen's a young man that's only in 10th grade here for the Magi, a player that has a bright future, a kid that is going to be one that you could count on the hill to be one of the tops inside of West Region play for the next 2 years. He's been a lot of fun to watch. Summer baseball last year, he certainly dominated. Here's the windup of the pitch. Nissen's going to put that one out towards left again. Schwer busy early on here tonight. Schwer's got his second play out in left field. 2 up, 2 down. That will bring up Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop for the Magi. Devine getting his work in early on here. He's going to put that one down into the turf and in there for a ball number 1. Well, legendary Corbett Field right in the heart of the Magic City, right in the valley, was reconstructed after the flood in 2011. The turf was put in here. This place has been one of the premier facilities inside of North Dakota baseball ever since. It's got an old school vibe to it if you've never been here. Old school stadium seats with the concrete. Takes you back to the Minot Mallards days. The old school Minot Mallards days. That one missed on the inside, 1-1. Dylan Buchanan batting from the right side. This is a big gentleman. He's going to see that one. It's fallen straight back. And the count moves to 1-2. Count's actually at 2-2. I apologize. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Having some issues with the scoreboard here at legendary Corbett Field here tonight. 2-2 pitch. Then he come around on it. They look down to first base. Brendan Gabrinson says no, it didn't quite come around. So Buchanan stays alive, and the count moves to full at 3-2. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one's going to be rocketed over towards short. Cavisto's got it. He fires to first over to Lucas Schell. 3 up, 3 down. As the Magicians had some trouble in the first inning here tonight, as Nick Devine throwing the heat. 3 up, 3 down. No runs scored, no hits, no Bismarck high airs, nobody left on base. Goose eggs on the board on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Comes back away down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots. He scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0. Scoreless ball game from legendary Corbett Field here tonight on a Tuesday night. Nobody scored the first for the Demons. Nobody scored the first for the Magi. So we go to the second. At the top half of the second. Thanks again for joining us here tonight on the PSP Network. Big thanks to Planet Pizza bringing you the pregame show here tonight. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Gunnar Swanson up here for the Demons. He's going to rifle that one all the way out into left. He's going to round first, down over to second. Swanson with a stand-up double. Looking for more here. He's going to call the Dogs off at second, and Swanson in for a stand-up double to lead things off here in the top half of the second. That was a well-hit ball more towards left field, went over the head of Caleb Ballou. Brings up Caden Schweer, the left fielder. 2 outs to his name on the defensive side for the Demons in the first half an inning played here tonight. Here's the windup of the pitch. Braden McCarty thought about a throw down back to second. He hangs tight to the baseball. That was in for a strike. Well, a slight breeze you can hear here tonight at legendary Corbett Field. Temperature's only going to drop as we continue here tonight. That one goes off of McCarty, and standing up on pass ball on the base, picking it up is Swanson over to third. So a runner in scoring position here for the Demons. Swanson's at third. And a 1-1 count here to Caden Schweer. Here's the windup of the pitch. That ball's going to be hit hard out to Chase Burke. We're going to have a play coming at the plate. Burke rifles it in over the head of McCarty, and the Demons strike for first bunt. Sacrifice fly there for the Demons. Puts them in the driver's seat. Scoring first tonight here in the second. Brings up Logan Schaubert, the designated hitter. Chopper right down the third base line. That ball would foul. Oh, and 1 to count. This ball game today at legendary Corbett Field is brought to you by Diamond T Ranch. 4 generations of Hereford Red Angus with F1 Cross Baldies. Visit them online, diamondtranchnD.com. A 1-1 count. Here to Schaubert, the DH. The windup of the pitch for Hebert. That one was up and high for ball number 2. Two-one pitch coming. There's the windup of the pitch, delivered. That one rifled right down the third base line again. And the count moves to 2-2. Well, these two schools have gotten together plenty of times in history, whether it be on the baseball field, the hardwood, the gridiron, the hockey rink, the pool, you name it. What a rivalry between Minot High and Bismarck High. The most recent, this ball's going to be sent foul right back to McCarty, and McCarty gloves it for the second down of the top half of the second. Brings up Hunter Anker, the second baseman. The most recent of the saga between Minot High and Bismarck High has to be the WDA basketball championship. Both teams almost broke 100 at the Bismarck Event Center in the WDA title game. Battle for the number 1 spot heading into the state high school basketball tournament. Anker steps in. That one's going to land outside for ball number 1. Well, anytime you push 100, you know you're doing something right on the hardwood. And both teams were getting up and down the floor that night, weren't they? That was an instant classic. We had it here on the PSP network. One that belonged to the Magi. They played 3 times this year in basketball. The Demons handed the Magicians their only loss in regular season play. Minot High had a win against Bismarck High in regular season action. Then the playoffs belonged to the Magi. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hunter Anker. He wasn't involved in that basketball game. He was actually a key player for the Demons on the ice this year. First time the Bismarck High in over 30 years didn't qualify for the state high school hockey tournament in what was one controversial play at the Pepsi Rink. Anker missed in the first K of the ball game. Goes to Anker. Well, we're through 1.5 innings played here at Corbett Field. 1 run on 1 hit, a monster shot. Gunnar Swanson came around to score. Nobody left on base. Nobody at high airs. And a WDA matchup today that has the Demons on top. Minot High comes back to the dish when we return with Greek, Kellenberg, and Calvin Baker. It's high school baseball here on the PSP Network.
From Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Ball game again in the bottom half of the second, brought to you by our friend Paul Siebert at Paul Siebert State Farm Agency. Oak Tree Law for Minot's finest collision center and 701 Realty, just to name a few that help bring the ball game to you folks here tonight from the Magic City. It's 1-0 at the end of 1 1/2 inning play. The Magi are up now as they lead things off again with Trent Greek. 1, 2, 3 in the first for the Magi. Greek is a kid with home run power. He steps in here and sees the first one miss on the outside. Ball number 1. Greek had some muscle last summer in the American Legion or the summer baseball schedule. He's got some power here. He sends that one through the gap between short and third, and Trent Greek is on with a single here to start things off in the bottom half of the second inning. Kellenberg comes to bat for the Magi. Another right-hander here for the Magicians. Facing Divide, that curveball hits in there for a strike, and strike number 1. Kellenberg, only an 8th grader here for the Magi. Future's bright for him, without a doubt, batting in the number 6 spot here for the Magicians. He's going to hammer that one out towards right. Does it find its way fair? No, just foul. About 4 feet to the right to the line. And almost down to the 316 marker there for Kellenberg, but he sent it foul. And the count moves to 0-2. Trent Greek at first. He was the first hit of the night here for the Magi. Wind up of the pitch. Burke hammers that one over towards the gap. Greek is going to round second. Stutter step there. He's going to come sliding into third, belly first, and runners on the corner. Corners now for the Magi as Burke moves Greek over to third, and Kellenberg is on with a single. Calvin Baker, the left fielder, comes up now for the Magi. Nobody out, bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard here tonight in favor of the Demons. Now the flag out in center field, starting to move just a bit. Standing at attention, if you will. Moving from the east to the west. Throwback over to first. Sliding it safely there for the Magi was Burke. Nick Devine's delivery, that one's going to be fouled straight back. First strike number 1. Creek over at third. Burke's at first. The 0-1 pitch coming to Baker. Curveball was moving that time in for a strike, and the count moves to 0-2. All 7 of the magicians we've seen so far here tonight. Batting from the right side of the dish for Minot High. Here's the windup of the pitch. Opposite field, and the RBI will be scored there as Calvin Baker moves over to first with the RBI single. Kellen Burke gets all the way around over to third, and Trent Creek comes around to score.
The third baseman, number 6,
Caleb Blue, the third baseman, now up here for Minot High. Wind up of the pitch from Divide. Bunt is shown over to first base, and the bunt will move the runners both in a scoring position now as Burke is at third. Baker's over to second, to the first out of the bottom half of the second belonged to Baloo. That brings up Braden McCarty here for the Magi. First plate appearance of the night here for McCarty. Here's the windup of the pitch. McCarty chops that one foul down the third base line. One ball game here on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Just behind that one was McCarty in for strike number 2, 0-2. More games this week on the PSP Network. We'll have high school baseball and Class B baseball coming up on Thursday evening. Bishop Ryan will take on Velva from the same venue on Thursday night. That was in for a ball, just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High school softball, Bismarck Sentries in Minot on Friday. We'll have that matchup for you on Friday. That from the South Hill Complex. Drop ball. The ball's going to be tossed over to first on the strike 3 drop ball. Yeah, McCarty gets over to first, but not in time. 2 outs. Brings up Morgan Nygaard, the second baseman. Well, the Canadian Pacific trains are busy here this afternoon, without a doubt. This time from the east to the west. First pitch delivered there to Nygaard. That one down into the turf. Nice job on the block from Cole Jotter. That down, the ball came off the turf. Textbook block from the catcher for the Demons. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one gets underneath Jotter again, and a nice job corralling the baseball. It's almost 2-1 Minot High, but Jotter was there to wrangle it and stop it again. Runners on second and third here for the Magi with 2 down. They've scored once here in the bottom half of the second. Here's the windup of the pitch. That was right down Broadway. Strike number 1 of the count moves to 1-1. Trent Creek came around to score after he singled. The RBI belonged to Calvin Baker. Kellen Burke sits at third. Baker now at second. Baloo and McCarty were retired. And you look at Morgan Nygaard at the dish here for the Magi. Wind up in the pitch. That one's going to be rocketed out towards right, and it was sent foul. Corbett Field, home to the Sturs Valley Sabre Dogs. Back for another season. Woodbat Baseball and Summer League. Here's the full count pitch. That one missed high. The first walk of the ball game belongs to Morgan Nygaard. He goes to first, and the bases are loaded as Chase Burke, the leadoff man for the Magi, comes back up to the dish. Well, not the guy you want at the plate for Minot High with the bases loaded if you're the Bismarck Demons. The other side of the coin, if you're the Magi and their fans, you certainly do, as the leadoff batter steps in. Sees the first one. That one missed high. Ball number one. Burke was the lead running back for the Magi on the gridiron last year. They certainly didn't have the season that they were looking to have. Brian Horniker puts a stop to the play momentarily. There's somebody from KXMC or KMOT, one or the other, that was standing on the playing field filming from the first base line, and Brian Horniker shut that down immediately. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one high again, and the count moves to 2-0. Sometimes you just have to get that good shot for the 6 o'clock news. It's Minot High, Bismarck High. Everybody wants that one for sure. 2-0 pitch to Chase Burke. That one missed high again, and the count moves to 3-0 as Nick Devine finds himself in quite the pickle here with the bases loaded. In the bottom half of the second, to the Magi look for more blood. That one hit for a strike. 3-1 the count. Burke will take some time and step out of the box. Here's the windup of the 3-1 pitch. Burke fouls that one back, and the count moves to full. Thanks again to the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. That's Saturday, 8:30 to 3. It's the UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all your packing and shipping needs, little blooper that's going to fall over to Kane Cavisto. And Devine gets himself out of a jam as Burke pops out to the shortstop position. Minot High did some damage, however, there in the bottom half of the second inning. The Magicians score 1 run on 3 hits. There was no demon errors, 3 left on base for the Magi, however. And at the end of 2 complete innings, we've got a 1-1 ball game on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Two innings complete. We go to the top half of the third. The Demons come back to the dish after Chase Burke flew out with the bases loaded for the Magi. Demons will lead off back to the top of the order in the third with Caden Cavisto, Caden Fisher, and Lucas Shell, the 3 that are due up here for the Demons. No runs scored for either team in the first. 1 run scored on each side here in the second. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one right down Broadway for a strike. Strike number 1. Here's the windup of the pitch to Cavisto. That one missed, 1-1. Well, after tonight for the Magi, they head to Mandan on Friday for a matchup with the Mandan Braves. Then they have 3 games at home back here at legendary Corbett Field, starting off on Tuesday, May 11th, when they take on St. Mary's. Century comes to town on Thursday the 13th, and Saturday the 15th, Watford City is here. So Minot High certainly has some action and a busy schedule next week here at legendary Corbett Field. That one hits for a strike, and the count moves to 2-2. Nobody out. First batter here at the top of the third inning. If you're just joining us, First International Bank and Trust scoreboard reading 1-1. Missed down the outside, and the count moves to full. Talon Hebert on the hill for the Magi. He got the call. Demons have scored 1 run on 2 hits against Hebert so far here tonight. Here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch. That one is going to be gloved by Morgan Nygaard, the second baseman of the Magi. Put the first one away here for the Demons. The leadoff batter, Cade Cavisto, in the top half of the third inning. Caden Fisher, the third baseman, comes up. He was hit by a pitch at his first at-bat back in the first inning. Batting from the right side here from the Demons as well. Hebert the delivery, that one missed. No, it didn't. Caught it low on the outside. Strike number 1. Stick around for our post-game show tonight where we'll have our Minot's Finest Collision Center player of the game here tonight. 701-839-0989. We are Minot's Finest Collision Center. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on base with 1 down. Nice block from behind the dish. Braden McCarty got down. That one hit him right in the belly as that ball got away just a bit from Hebert. Count moves to 1-2 with 1 down here in the top half of the third. Well, the Magicians opened up their season against Williston in a dominating fashion. The Magi beat the Coyotes 18-8 in both games here at legendary Corbett Field. Here's the windup of the pitch. Right down Broadway for strikeout number 2 of the night. That one was moving. 2 up, 2 down here in the third of the second. Strikeout for Talon Hebert of the ball game. Sits down Caden Fisher. Brings up Lucas Shell. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Second at bat, second plate appearance tonight here for Shell. That ball had some movement on it. Did Hebert in for another strike? He continues to gain some momentum here in the top half of the third. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one was moving again. That one's going to be gloved over at third base. Fired across the diamond to Nissen. And the play came from Ballou over to Nissen. 3 up, 3 down. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on. No Minot high errors. And at the end of 3.5 innings complete, the Magi and Demons are still deadlocked. It's a 1-1 ball game. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
PSP Network proud to bring you high school baseball and conference play inside of West Region North Dakota High School Baseball. Here tonight from legendary Corbett Field, Nick Holberg on the call. Glad to have you aboard as AC/DC fills the stadium here at legendary Corbett Field as we enter the bottom half of the third inning. Wind continuing to howl just a bit now as the flag out in center was taking a bit of a nap, but it's certainly not that way now as the wind continues to pick up as we enter the 5 o'clock hour here tonight on a Tuesday night in May in the Magic City. Eli Nissen will lead things off here for the Magi, followed by Dylan Buchanan and then Trent Greek. Well, I lied to you. Nissen batting from the left side of the plate. Lone Magician batting from the left side. facing Nick Devine. That one's in for a strike, and strike number one. Nissen's going to hammer that one through the gap. Over on the right side, and Eli Nissen's on for a single here to lead things on for the bottom half of the third inning. Brings up Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Fourth hit of the ball game that Devine has given up. He's only walked one batter, no strikeouts in the ball game for Devine yet. Facing Buchanan, and Buchanan sends that one out towards left center. Tracking it there is Gunnar Swanson, and Swanson has the glove on it. First one down is Buchanan here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brings up Trent Greek. Well, Greek will step in here for the Magi with Nissen at first after the single. First pitch to Greek. Missed at the ball. Greek 1 for 1 of the ball game, batted back in the second. He led things off in the second inning. He's the run that came around to score for the Magi after the RBI was brought home from Calvin Banker. Greek wants a moment. He'll step out. Tossed over to Nissen at first. He slides it safely. Ball's getting it away from the catcher, Johnner, and over goes Nissen to second. Two balls, no strikes, one out. Nissen's at second. Devine facing Trent Greek. Cleanup hitter here for the Magi. Greek's going to step out, calls for time. Nissen with a healthy lead at second. Lined up at the pitch, that one down and away. Ball number 3. Johnner delivers the call here to Nick Devine. They agree on it. Here's the 3-0 pitch coming. Delivered and walked is Trent Greek. Brings up Kellen Burke. Second walk of the ball game here for Nick Devine. Runners out first and second for the Magi. The 8th grader and designated hitter Kellen Burke comes to the dish. 1 for 1 with a single of the ball game here tonight. First pitch hits the outside corner for strike one. No radar gun here at legendary Corbett Field. That one looked to be moving, however. The 0-1 pitch coming here from Devine. Delivered, missed on the outside, 1-1. Once again, Brian Horniker behind the dish here tonight. Dean Wachewski and Brent Ingebrigtsen are in the field as the umpires here for game number 1 here tonight. 1-1 pitch coming from Devine off to the 8th grader. That one's going to be sent up the first base line. Foul tracking it over on first base line was Lucas Schell. Dropped in foul, so strike number 2, 1-2. Once again, 24 hours a day, you can count on great food and a variety at Schatz Crossroads Restaurant. That Schatz Crossroads Restaurant, always open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the 2 and 52 Bypass East. Visit SchatzCrossroads.com to order online. Little bloopers, going to hit the base runner. And Greek's going to be called out as Eli Nissen moves over to third. Greek's going to be the second out over at second. And Kellenberg is on at first. Ball's going to be hit hard by Baker. Bobbled just a little bit. Fired over to first in time. And reaching will be Baker. He RBI'd his last at bat, 1 for 1. He reaches on the air. And the air is going to be charged to Cavisto. The E6 loads the bases for the Magi. Nissen's at third. Kellenberg off to second. And Baker at first on the E6, and it has the bases loaded. And it brings up Caleb Ballou, the third baseman, 0 for 1 tonight. And for the second straight inning, the Magi have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one got away from the catcher. One comes around to score. That's Nissen across on the pass ball. And Nissen will touch home and give the Magicians the lead. Runners out first and second. On the pass ball, Nissen comes around to score. And the Magi lead 2-1. Ball's going to be hammered over towards the shortstop, gloving it, firing it back over was Cavisto. And the Demons get out of the inning. Could have been a lot worse. Bonnet High takes a 2-1 lead, however. Stat line for the bottom half of the third inning. 1 run for the Magi on 1 hit. 2 left on base. There was 1 Bismarck High Demon Air. The Magicians take the lead. It's 2-1 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard after 3 complete innings. Here in the Magic City, it's WDA Baseball on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
We move to the top half of the 4th inning. Bonnet High leading 2-1 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. After a pass ball, brought Eli Nissen around to score from third base, so the Magi take a 2-1 lead. Nick Devine, 1 for 1 tonight, will lead things off here in the 4th. Cole Johnner and Gunnar Swanson due up here for the Demons. Hebert still on the hill here for the Magi. That ball rocketed out towards right. Trent Greek was on it. On his horse, he tracked it down, and Devine will be retired for his second at bat to the ball game. Brings up Cole Johnner, the catcher. 0 for 1 here tonight for Johnner. Batting from the right side. 4th inning of baseball, by the way, brought to you by Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, MonitInspections.com. 1 ball, no strikes here to Cole Johnner. With 1 down, nobody on base here in the top half of the 4th inning. Wind up in the pinch. That one missed there from Hebert. Down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Hebert takes the call from McCarty, comes set and delivers. That one's right down Broadway for a strike, 2-1. Ball's going to be hard. Hit over towards third. Ballou's going to make the play. Scooping at first was Nissen. 2 up, 2 down for the Demons. The strong defense in the infield there from Caleb Ballou. Gloved it, bobbled it just a little bit, fired it over to Nissen. He had the long stretch on it. The sophomore made the play at first. 2 down, brings up Gunnar Swanson, the center fielder. Of the 2 hits for the Demons here tonight, he's got one of them. He doubled back in the second inning. He's 1 for 1. Eli Nissen at the fence, makes the play on the foul ball. And there's 3 up, 3 down for the Demons here in the top half of the 4th inning. And the Magi defense doing their part here in the 4th to help Hebert down a bit. No runs, no hits, no Minot High errors, nobody left on base. 2 on at the end of 4.5 of the first. International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Minot High's on top. It's high school baseball and WDA conference action here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Bottom half of the 4th inning brought to you by our friend Paul Siebert at Paul Siebert State Farm Agency. The Beaupre Law Firm, Minot's finest collision center, and 701 Realty, bringing you the ball game here today in this bottom half of the 4th. Well, 3 up, 3 down on the defensive side for the Magi in the top half of the 4th. The Demons couldn't get much rolling there in the top half of the 4th. They look for another 1-2-3 inning themselves on the defensive side as Nick Devine continues to work into the 4th inning here for Bismarck High. Wide up in the pitch. That ball's going to be hit hard by Braden McCarty over towards short. Cavisto makes the play. 1 up, 1 down for the Demons as McCarty rocketed it over to Cavisto, and Cavisto had no trouble with it. Got it off to Lucas Schell. And there's 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th. That brings up Morgan Nygaard. He walked back in the 2nd inning. 2nd plate appearance here tonight for Nygaard. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one missed upstairs and inside, ball 1. Once again, the UPS store located at South Broadway in the Magic City is open Monday through Friday. 8:30 to 7 and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. UPS store in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Big thank you to the UPS store for their continued support of promoting high school athletes across the region here on the PSP Network. 2-0 pitch. Missed high and inside again from Nick Devine, and the count moves to 3-0. Minot High goes back to the top of the order with Chase Burke, Eli Nissen, and Dylan Buchanan due up. Nygaard sees strike 1, and the count moves to 3-1. Nissen came around to score on a pass ball. Trent Greek was driven in by Baker back in the 2nd. This ball's going to be hit hard over towards Cavisto. Dove to make the play. Look out. Turning there on first was Morgan Nygaard. And slipped as he rounded first base. He had to get back up as the ball was tossed over the head of Lucas Schell. And Nygaard will reach first base. Do they officially score that an error on the play? They mark it a hit. Marked a hit, hard hit ball over to Cavisto. That was a hard play to make, so we go back to the top half of the order here for the Magi and Chase Burke. 0 for 2 here tonight for the senior. They had one of the guns for the Magi on both sides of the baseball here for the Magicians. Nice block from Cole Johnner. That one down into the turf. He made the stop. Burke had an opportunity with the bases jammed back in the 2nd. 3 runners were left on. He's 0 for 2 here tonight. If I was a betting man, I'd say he's probably not going to stay with that stat line this entire evening. That one floats in, but up high. 3-0 the count. I'm sorry, 2-1 actually the count here to Chase Burke. Here's the windup in the pitch. That one missed outside. Now we move to 3-1. Morgan Nygaard over at first. He was checked there by Divine. Shell put the tag on, but diving in safely was Morgan Nygaard. 3-1 pitch coming with one down. Here's the windup to the delivery. That one missed low, and Chase Burke is walked. Third walk of the ball game for Nick Divine. Brings up Eli Nissen.
Number 18, Eli Nissen.
Nissen 1 for 2 with a single here tonight. He was one of the runs that came around to score for the Magi. Divine facing Nissen. That ball's going to be hit hard over towards right. Caden Schweer with a can of corn there in right field. And Nissen, the first pitch fastball, sends it out to right, but he's retired. Brings up Dylan Buchanan.
This shortstop, number 12, Dylan Buchanan.
Cannon playing shortstop tonight for the Magi. He's 0 for 2. Runners on first and second with 2 down. The delivery misses outside for ball number 1. Don't forget about Clean Tech and their 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online, cleantechllc.us, coming to the rescue since 1992. Dylan Buchanan falls that one back. Count sits at 1-1. Buchanan thought about it, missed outside, 2-1. Burke's at first, Nygaard's at second. The shortstop Buchanan at the dish. The windup in the pinch, missed out and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Johnner delivering the call. Getting it from the Bismarck High bench. The windup in the pitch. Ball's going to be sent. A little blooper that looks to find some green over in right. Not going to happen this time as Buchanan's retired on the fly out over towards the right field line. The Magicians registered no runs on 1 hit. No Bismarck High errors and 2 left on base for the Magi. We're through 4 innings at legendary Corbett Field, and on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, it's still 2-1. The Magi are on top. We move to the 5th inning. It's high school baseball and WDA conference play here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Well, Talon Hebert moves into the 5th inning for the Magi here tonight from the hill, and Hebert's done a nice job tonight for the Magicians as Bismarck High has registered 2 hits in the ball game here tonight. They've scored 1 run. Hebert's got a pair of strikeouts tonight to his name. Hasn't registered a walk in the ball game. First up for the Demons here in the top half of the 5th inning. Left fielder Caden Schweer batting in the 7th spot. Schaubert, the DH, comes up next, and then Hunter Anchor, the second baseman, in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Chopped down the third base line. And the ball is foul, so the count moves to 1-1. Once again, when you're shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices. and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with TiresPlusND.com. 2 on the count. Here to Caden Schweer. One of the multi-sport athletes for the Demons. Knocks that one out into left, and Schweer's on for a single. Had a sacrifice fly back in the second. He's got the single here. And he's on first with nobody down as Logan Schaubert, the DH, comes to bat. 0 for 1 here tonight for Schaubert. Facing Talon Hebert. Only the 3rd run registered here tonight for the Demons against Talon Hebert, one of the guys that can carry the Magicians towards the title run here in 2021. That one's in for a ball, just missed on the inside. Well, when you think about rivalries, and you think about Minot High, Bismarck High, and you think about the multi-sports and throughout time, being 35 years old and a fan of high school sports that whole time, how about that shot? Right down the third base line. Schaubert with a single. Moves Caden Schweer all the way over to third. And Schaubert painted the line all the way down the third base stripe. And there's runners on the corners here for the Demons as Hunter Anker comes up to the dish. Former Minot High School great, former Nebraska Cornhusker, and MLB draft pick of the Cleveland Indians. Phil Shurek's going to come out to the hill, and there's going to be a conversation for the Magi. And Talon Hebert as everybody comes for the conversation. Phil Shurek, one of the greats all time. You talk to him about some of those memories that he had. I guarantee you, he'll tell you that the Bismarck High Demons were one of the rivals that comes to mind when he talks about his 3-sport career at Minot High, where he was the Gatorade Player of the Year for high school football back in '99 as the quarterback for the Magi, the Gatorade Player of the Year for the Magi on the baseball field. Player that threw 99 miles an hour. He was an absolute stud for the Magicians. On their coaching staff now. He's got the words of wisdom here for Talon Hebert. He'll stay in the game with runners on the corners, nobody down. 2-1 Minot High lead here in the top half of the 5th inning. Phil Shurek's brother Charlie was actually a stud as well. That's a fun conversation to have between the Shurek brothers on who is better. Charlie was drafted by the White Sox just a few years after Phil was drafted by the Cleveland Indians. Here's the windup of the pitch. Akers shows bunt. That one into the glove and then out of Braden McCartney. Chases Schweer back down the third baseline. No balls, 1 strike here to Hunter Anker. Hebert comes set. The windup of the pitch. Akers got a little blooper. That one's going to get on over to first. 1 run's going to score. Got past Hebert down the hill. And we've got a tied ball game. Runners at first and second now as Anker reaches first. First International Bank and Trust scoreboard reads 2-2.
Now coming to the plate, the shortstop, number 1, Steve.
On the fielder's choice, it's Anker that moves to first. Brings up Cade Cavisto. Back to the top of the order here for the Demons. Sends that one out to Chase Burke at center. Burke gloves it. Now there's 2 away here in the top half of the 5th. 0 for 3 now in the ball game for Cavisto, the leadoff batter for the Demons.
Now coming to the plate, the third baseman, number 2, Caden Bishop.
Caden Fisher was hit by a pinch his first at bat tonight. Then he struck out back in the third. He's at the dish here in the fifth with a runner on second here for the Demons. Bonnet High's got 2 outs and a 1-0 count here for Talon Hebert. Time's going to be called here by Caden Fisher. He'll step out. Bismarck High opened up their season with a pair of losses to Mandad. The Braves beat the Demons in both matchups 13-0. Since then, they've certainly improved as their season has continued. Demons again with a 7-7 record overall, 5-3 in the West. Number 5 right now in the West region. Ball's going to be towered out towards right. Greek is tracking it. Greek will make the play, and that's how the inning will come to a close.
With the top after the fifth for the Demons. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 runner left on, no man got errors.
No magician errors. 1 run, 2 hits for Bismarck High. 1 left on base. The damage was done, however. The game is tied at 2-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Let's move to the bottom half of the fifth. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
Well, Trent Greek will lead things off here in the bottom half of the fifth. In a 2-2 ball game with Bismarck High and Minot High on the PSP Network tonight. Nick Cobra, glad to have you aboard here tonight for West Region High School Baseball. Here's the first pitch to Greek. Has a chance at the warning track, the wall. See you later. Home run for Trent Greek. Solo shot to start things off in the bottom half of the fifth. Greek touches the ball, and the Magi take the lead back at 3-2 after Trent Greek flexes some muscle. Crossing home plate to the Magi are back in the driver's seat. Well, we talked about him earlier in the broadcast here tonight that he's got home run power, and he shows it here in the bottom half of the fifth. Home run for Trent Greek. Gives the Magi the lead at 3-2. Brings up Kellen Burke, the 8th grader. Batting in the 5 spot here for the Magi. And Burke on the day at 2-2. 2 for 2, excuse me. Trent Greek solo shot to lead things off. Brian Horniker comes up from behind the dish. Not exactly sure what happened there. Time was called. Here's the windup in the pitch to Burke. That one in for a strike. Here's the windup. 1-2 pitch. Count moves to 2-2. That one off a cold Johnner. Well, Greek tattooed that one about 356. Over to left center for the Magi. Gave Bonnet High the lead. Now Burke He's going to send this one up the first base line, tracking it there. Lucas Shell with some help. Over to make the play was Hunter Anchor for the Demons, and there's one down. Here in the bottom half of the fifth. Calvin Banker's got an RBI here tonight. Reached first on an error back in the third inning. Third plate appearance here tonight. Again for Calvin Banker. 3-2 the lead for Minot High. If you're just joining us again, it was Trent Greek here in this inning. Leadoff batter in the bottom half of the fifth that took a solo shot yard. Greek came around to score back in the second after the RBI from Baker. And Eli Nissen got home on a pass ball. That happened back in the third inning. Nobody on, one down. 1-1 the count. Divine comes set, delivers. That one down and away. Count moves to 2-1. This ball game again brought to you by our friend Paul Siebert at Paul Siebert State Farm Agency. The Beaupre Law Firm about its finest collision center. Running quickly on the near side, Lucas Shell up the first base line, trying to make the play. Landed on the netting and out of play. Count moves to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Bottom half of the fifth inning. It's a conference matchup tonight here at legendary Corbett Field. That one was touched by the bat just a bit by Baker. It fouled back. 2-2 the count. Divine with the windup in the pitch. Rocking it down the first base line. Nice play by Shell. Went down almost like a goalie in hockey. Made the play. Hop back up. Touched the bag. And there's 2 down here for the Magicians as Caleb Ballou will come up the third baseman. 0 for 2 of the ball game here tonight.
Number 6, Caleb Ballou.
Caleb Ballou comes up here for the Magi. Batted in the second and the third. First plate appearance since. That one was down to the turf. Got past the catcher, Johnner. And the count moves to 1-0. Here's the windup of the pitch. That one outside. Back to that conversation about the all-time great rivalries in sports between Minot High and Bismarck High. My favorite would probably have to be the 92 state championship hockey matchup. The Demons and the Magi scored 15 goals at the old Ralph Engelstad Arena. That one fouled away, by the way. Halfway out to the Slim Chicken side out in right field. First time ever in history the 2 West Region teams, and the only time in history the 2 West Region teams played for a state high school hockey championship. Tom Fillion had some heroics that night. Minot High won that game 8-7 to be crowned the first ever West Region team to win a state high school hockey championship. Divine had some motion on that one. Delivered in for a strike. Two and two. That ball's going to be hit hard up the right field line. Just missed foul, says Dean Wachowski over on the first base stripe. It's actually Ingebritsen over there on the first base line. My apologies. Or is that Wachowski? Wachowski's on the third base line here. Ingebritsen over on the first base stripe. Ingebritsen's got the sunglasses on tonight. It's got me fooled just a bit. Count moves to full at 3-2. Curveball just missed. 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit out into right. And Caleb Ballou's out with a single. That will bring up the catcher for the Magi, Braden McCarty. In the on-deck circle, taking off the catching pads. He'll step in. He's 0 for 2 here tonight. Minot High leading 3-2. Bottom half of the fifth inning. McCarty facing Divide here for the second, make it third time tonight. Divide leads that battle 2-0. First one's in for a strike. Ballew's got a small lead over at first. 0-1 pitch coming. Ball's going to be hit hard out towards center. That one's going to find the gap. McCarty's going to round first over to second. One run will come around to score. And Braden McCarty's over towards third with a stand-up triple here for the Magi. While the Magicians have the Mats motoring here in the bottom half of the fifth, McCarty's going to drive home a run. And the Magicians take a 2-run lead as there will be a conversation at the hill now here with the Bismarck Demons coming out to talk with their pitcher, Nick Divide. That may be the night here for the starter tonight for the Demons. As the Magicians have 4 on the board, and Nick Divide is going to make his way off the hill tonight. Kid certainly deserves a round of applause for his effort for Bismarck High here tonight. As Nick Divide's going to move out to the outfield, and we'll have a pitching change when we return. Braden McCarty smacks an RBI stand-up triple for the Magi after Greek hit a solo shot to lead things off here in the bottom half of the fifth. There's some motion in the Magi Mats. They lead 4-2. We'll have a pitching change and a shuffling of the defensive order for the Demons when we come back. It's 4-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Minot High's on top. It's high school baseball and WDA conference play here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Comes back away down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots, scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Well, Nick Divide started things off tonight for the Bismarck Demons on the hill. And the Minot High Bats started to come alive here in the late portion of the ball game, bottom half of the fifth to be more specific. He's going to end his afternoon. We'll have the stat line for you in just a moment. Caden Schweer comes in to pitch now here for the Demons. His first pitch is in for a ball. Well, the Demons and Nick Divide with an excellent effort. Tonight's outing, he went forward 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 home run, and 3 walks in the ball game. Didn't register a strikeout here today. That brings Caden Schweer into the ball game. Moving in from left field. He'll just trade positions here with Divide. Two out, a runner on third base after the RBI triple for the catcher, McCarty. Pinch runner comes in over at third base for the Magi, and pinch running has landed Helseth. So you've got Helseth at third after McCarty blasted one out on the RBI stand-up triple. That ended the night here for Nick Divine, and Schweer comes in, and he's going to walk the first batter he sees in Morgan Nygaard. So Nygaard with a single and 2 walks in the ball game. Brings us back to the top of the order here for the Magi, and Chase Burke, the center fielder. Burke 0 for 2 with a walk here tonight. And this 5th inning has been one that the Demons would like to forget about here. Magic City here tonight. Burke's going to fall that one back. Look out right into the Bismarck High dugout. The 0-1 pitch coming here to Chase Burke. Runners on the corners for the Magi. Flag dead center away here in center field. Not a whole lot of motion in it, but there is a slight breeze coming through the grandstand here. That ball's down into the turf again, coming around to score. Helseth comes across on the second pass ball. Helseth's around to score, and Nygaard's off to second. Minot High's got a 3-run lead now. It's 5-2 on the second pass ball that results in a run scored here for the Magi here tonight. Burke at the dish. Puts a hard swing on that one. It's going to go foul up the right field line. Lands all the way over the fence of the Bismarck High bullpen. Back when I was a kid and the Minot Mallards played here back 1997, let's call it, they used to have big bounce houses and the blow-up houses for the kids to jump in. Spent some time over there where that ball just landed. Chase Burke sat down on the strikeout. He got caught looking. And at the end of the inning, Minot High does some damage on the Demons. 5-2 the score. We'll have the stat line when we return. We'll also move to the 6th with the Demons coming back to the dish. It's WDA High School Baseball here on the PSP Network. Minot High leading by 3 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Let's move to the 6th inning.
Smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Time for the 6th inning here on the PSP Network. We get geared up and ready for the 6th inning as Bismarck High will come to the dish to see if they could get some runs back after Minot High found a way there in the bottom half of the 5th to come up with 3 runs. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Magi. Blue, RBI for McCarty and the home run for Trent Greek. 1 runner left on. No Bismarck High errors in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Moves us to the top half of the 6th. Dallin Hebert still working for the Magi here in the top half of the 6th inning. Facing Lucas Schell. 0 for 2 today for Schell, first baseman. His 3rd at-bat here in the ballgame. Hebert had the conversation with Phil Shurik back in the 5th. This ball's rocketed down the third base line. Ballou scoops, delivers over to Nissen. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the 6th inning for Minot High. Brings up Nick Divine. Playing left field now after the pitching performance. That stat line changed for Nick Divine. He gave up 7 hits total. 1 home run, 3 walks, 4 2/3 innings pitched, and he gave up 4 runs. His pitching experience or pitching outing ended there in the bottom half of the fifth. Good effort, however. Minot High's got some powerful bats and an offense that certainly isn't lacking much inside the WDA. That's why the Magi in the preseason poll were picked number 1 in the West region. When you look at the preseason coaches poll and where they thought the teams would finish, Minot High was 1, Dickinson 2, Legacy 3, Century 4, Mandan number 5, Williston 6, Bismarck High 7, Jamestown at 8, St. Mary's at 9, and Watford City at 10. Two on the count. Here to Nick Devine. Hebert with the kick and the pinch. That one misses inside. And the count moves to 3-1. Big thanks again to our friends at Shots Econo Stop at Shots Crossroads. 24 hours a day, you can count on great food and a variety at Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Try the karma roll there. That place is fantastic. Little chopper over towards short. Buchanan scooped it, delivered it over to first. Nissen made the play at first base, so there's 2 up, 2 down. We'll bring up Cole Johnner, the catcher, here for the Demons. We'll play 7 innings here in the first matchup of 2 tonight. We'll only have coverage of the first one in the conference play. A doubleheader here tonight, however, with these 2 teams. Again, we'll only have coverage of game number 1 here tonight. Johnner's going to blast that one out towards left. Tracking it there, Calvin Baker. 3 up, 3 down, and the Magicians, after a rock-solid performance at the dish in the bottom half of the 5th, bring it back with good defense here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we've got a 5-2 ball game after 5.5 innings complete. 6.5 innings complete here at legendary Corbett Field. Magi will come up to bat with Nissen, Buchanan, and Greek. When we come back, it's WDA baseball coverage here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
Well, I misspoke to you before we went to the break. Both games are conference matchups here tonight on the PSP Network. My apologies. Both are worth conference points here tonight. Nevertheless, a 5-2 matchup here in the first one. Minot High in the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard has the lead as we enter the bottom half of the 6th inning. Eli Nissen will lead things off for the Magi here in the bottom half of the 6th. As Caden Schweer delivers a curveball in. Waiting to see, I didn't see what the call was for Brian Horniker. It was a ball, 1 ball, no strike. Second pitch smacked by Nissen. This one out into right, tracking it there is Gross close. He's going to make the play. This is with a hard hit ball, but that one into the glove of Gross close and at the top of the order for the Magi. Nissen's retired, so it brings up Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop. Buchanan's 0 for 3 tonight here for the Magi. Trying to add to a 5-2 lead for the Magicians. Schweer doing his job defensively, delivers another strike in there for the Demons. Sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms at Network PSP on Twitter. Stay up to date with all the news, highlights, interviews, game matchups from around the WDA. Schwer delivered a curveball. That one had quite a bit of motion on it. The ball's going to be hit hard up the right field line, but way foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't forget, if you're shopping for tires, shop at Tires Plus. Here's why: all brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices. And their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. Schwer comes over to first, covers the first bag as Luke Gischel scoops it over to him. And there's 2 up, 2 down for the Magi here in the bottom half of the 6th. Brings up Trent Greek. Greek was walked in the 3rd. He reached first on a single in the 2nd, and he sent a solo bomb out 356 feet back in the 5th inning. He's up again here facing Schwer for the first time here tonight. Blast one right through the gap. And Trent Greek's stat line continues to improve as the night continues for the Magi. He's on with a single. That brings up Kellen Burke, the designated hitter, and the 8th grader. Singled, reached first, and was retired in the 5th. Good outing here for the 8th grader here tonight. That one delivered in by Schwer for a strike. Healthy lead there for Trent Greek over at first. Schwer delivers. 1-1 the count. That one missed for ball 1. Not a terrible crowd on hand here tonight, but certainly not a full house by any means here at legendary Corbett Field. Weather continues to get chillier and chillier. That ball's going to be hit hard. Burke is going to send a runner around. Here comes Trent Greek around. He'll stand up and score at home, and the RBI double for Kellen Burke has the Magicians up 6-2. RBI double from the 8th grader has Minot High in the driver's seat. It's a 6-2 ball game. With 2 out here in the bottom half of the 6th. Brings up Kelvin Baker. He's got an RBI to his name here tonight. Falls that one away. No balls, 1 strike. Baker with the RBI single in the 2nd, reached first on an error in the 3rd, was retired in the 5th. Looking to add more to a 6-2 lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Fouled that one back. Off the base of the bat. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the windup of the pitch. Chopped over towards short. Gloved and fired over from Kavisko to the leg. Come off the bag, it did not. Some damage was done, however, as Baker's retired. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on, no errors on the Demons. And at the end of 6 complete innings, Minot High leads 6-2. The Demons will come to bat. They need some magic. Here in the top half of the 7th to keep this one alive as Minot High leads 6-2. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
We move to the top half of the 7th inning. Bismarck High trailing by 4 to the Magi on Minot High's home turf at legendary Corbett Field here tonight. Due up for the Demons right in the heart of the order. Gunnar Swanson, the center fielder, followed by Caden Schweer, the pitcher, Logan Schaubert, and Hunter Anker. They need to score 4 to continue this on here in the top half of the 7th. 7-7 overall for the Demons, 5-3 inside the conference. 5-5 on the road. They've had a busy road schedule to start the 2021 campaign. That home schedule is going to get busier as they come down the stretch. Here's the windup of the pitch. Ball's going to be hit hard out towards right. Trent Greek was there. There's 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Caden Schweer, who's on the hill. Schweer came into the 5th inning on the hill to replace Nick Devine after an RBI triple and a home run for the Magi. It was Greek that went yard. Carney hit the triple. Looking to see what he can do on the offensive side here now for the Demons, trying to keep this first of 2 games tonight alive. 1-1 the count with 1 down. Harbord's been on the hill all night long until we enter the 7th inning. And it's Harbord that comes in. It was Talon Hebert that started here tonight. Now it's Harbord on the hill. Here's the windup of the pitch. Harbord delivers in, another strike, 2-1.
Okay, let's go,
Tyler
Tyler.
Harbord, the senior. Talon Hebert, the senior. Easy to get those two confused. We did last summer during high school baseball just a bit. That one way inside. Had some mustard on it. The count moves to full at 3-2. Harbord, the lefty for the Magi. Here's the windup of the pitch. Big swing and a miss and a strikeout there for Harbord. And there's 2 down for the Magi. Logan Schaubert comes up. 1 for 2 in the ballgame here tonight. He singled back in the 5th inning. A 2-out rally and down by 4. The Demons need some magic here tonight in the Magic City. Harbord with some heat delivered that one in, but it was a ball. Once again, more action coming up with the PSP Network this week. Velvin Bishop Ryan from right here at legendary Corbett Field. That game scheduled to start at 4 o'clock on Thursday. We'll have the pregame show at 3:50. We'll have game 1 of that matchup on Thursday night. And then girls high school softball coming up on Friday. Minot High takes on Century at South Hill. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. I'm sorry. Strike number 1. 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch coming from Harbord. That was a firecracker thrown at the legs inside, jumping up. And then the stare down came back from Schaubert, back up to Harbord. 3-1 pitch coming. One strike away from the Magi picking up a win here tonight. And Harbort walked him. Hunter Anchor comes up to bat for the Demons. Only two lefties in the entire ball game here tonight. Anchor for the Demons and Nissen for the Magi here tonight. Anchor struck out in the second. Reached first on a fielder's choice back in the fifth. With a runner on, he slaps that one over towards first. Trying to find the gap. Play was made there. Nice job defensively sliding over with the glove. Getting a handle on the ball for Morgan Nygaard. But Anchor's going to reach on the single over at first. Back to the top of the order for the Demons, and Cavisto comes back up. He led off for the first, the third, and the fifth. He's 0 for 3 here tonight. And a golden opportunity for the leadoff batter for the Demons to change his stat line with an opportunity to keep the ball game alive, trailing 6-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Runners on first and second. You've got Schaubert at second, Akers at first, and the leadoff batter, the shortstop, Cavisto, looking to be the hero of game number one. Harbort delivers in for a strike. No balls, one strike. The Demons registered runs back in the second and in the fifth. They've only registered the 2 runs here tonight. This ball is going to be towered up over towards Eli Nissen at first base. The 10th grader makes the play, and game number one tonight belongs to the Magi. They improved to 9-2 inside of West Region play and 12-5 overall with a 6-2 victory here in game number one tonight. We'll have the recap of it. We'll have the breakdown and our player of the game brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Doing bad news, we are only going to be here for game number one here tonight, so that will end our coverage after the post-game show coming up in just a moment. 6-2 is the final tonight. At the end of game number one, we'll come back for the Pro Style Production DJ Services post-game show and have our full stat recap and our Minot's Finest Collision Center player of the game when we return. It's WDA Baseball here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, Minot High takes game number 1 tonight at legendary Corbett Field. They take down the Demons from Bismarck High tonight in a 7-inning affair where the Magi found a way to score 6 runs in the ball game. Here tonight, 6-2 is the final. It's the Pro Style Production DJ Services postgame show here tonight. Nick Holberg to wrap it up as we make our way through the broadcast here tonight. And on to the next one. We do apologize again. We only have coverage of game number 1 here tonight. We will be back later on this week, however, again right here at legendary Corbett Field coming up on Thursday as Class B baseball will be taking place. Again, that's Bishop Ryan and Velva on Thursday night at 4 o'clock, and then girls high school softball coming up on Friday at 4:30. Minot High at Century from South Hill Complex. We will have the broadcast of all those for you here on the PSP Network coming up here this week. Here's how this one went down here tonight. Minot High ended up winning the ball game 6-2. And the stat recap looks like this. It's brought to you by our friends at Magic City Inspections, the locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to ensure that you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, MinotInspections.com. Well, the Magi didn't score any runs in the first. Neither did the Demons. In the second, however, Minot High scored in the bottom half of the inning off of 3 hits. They left 3 stranded. Bismarck High had 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left on base in the second inning. And from there, a 1-1 tie was broke open by the Magi as they went 1-2-3 in the third inning against the Demons and in the fourth. So back-to-back innings where Bismarck didn't register a run or a hit in the third and the fourth. That was the difference maker for the Magicians, who registered 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Bismarck error, 2 left on base in the third for Minot High. Minot High didn't register a run in the fourth, but they did register a hit. They left 2 stranded again. In the 5th inning, Bismarck High scored a run, tied the ball game back up. They had 2 hits. They left 1 on base. Nobody in the 6th. They ended up with one hit, no runs scored, and 2 left on base in the 7th. For the Magi, the big inning was the 5th. They scored 3 runs on 2 hits. One of them was a solo blast from Trent Greek, who sent it yard, a big one for him. Greek powered it over the fence at about 356 over and left. After that, it was Braden McCarty that had an RBI triple, a stand-up triple, and Caleb Below got on with a single in the ball game. Also walked was Morgan Nygaard, and Minot High had the difference maker in the 5th as they broke it open with the 3 runs scored in the 5th after a 2-2 tie. They added 1 in the 6th. Coming around on the RBI from Kellen Burke, scoring was Trent Greek again. So Greek came around to score 3 times in the ball game tonight for the Magi. One of them was on a home run, and a player that certainly will be in our conversation for the player of the game here tonight for what he did on the offensive side. Winning pitcher of the ball game tonight for the Magi and doing a fantastic job on the hill tonight was Talon Hebert. Talon Hebert with the start here tonight. And Tyler Harbort came in to close things out here for the Magi. Hebert with a nice job here tonight, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits in the ball game. Left 6 stranded, got out of some jams here tonight for sure. Nick Divide ended up pinching and taking the loss for the Demons. He went 4 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, gave up a home run, and he walked 3 in the ball game. It was Hebert that ended up with 3 strikeouts in the ball game here tonight. Harbort came in to close things out. It was Schweer that came in for the Demons, but a little too late for Bismarck High. Their rally in the bottom half, or top half of the 7th. Number 5 of the West region for the Demons. They fall to 7-8 overall at 5-4 now in the West. For the Magi, they improved to 9-2 in the West and 12-5 overall here in 2021. We'll come back with our Minot's Finest Collision Center star of the game, and then we'll put a cap on game number 1 here tonight from legendary Corbett Field. It's high school baseball and West Region baseball coverage here on the PSP Network.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Comes back away down to Oproot, and Oproot sends it forward to Luck. Luck's got a 2-on-1 into the zone. Luck dropped it back. Morelli's in, shoots. He scores! Oh, what a twisted wrister from Morelli. He made no doubt about it. Short-handed goal for the Magi. They lead 2-0.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
This presentation on the PSP Network is made possible by
Final 6-2 in game number 1 tonight. Minot High gets the win on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard, improving to their 9th win in conference play of the year, 12th overall. In a 6.5 inning matchup here tonight as the Magi take the victory over the Bismarck High Demons tonight. Postgame show brought to you by Pro Style Production DJ Services. Look ahead on our schedule, again brought to you by our friends at Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. Find them online, TiresPlusND.com. Look ahead looks like this. Velvet Bishop Bryant on Thursday right here, followed by a matchup on Friday of high school softball. Minot High will take on Bismarck Century on Friday. After that, no game scheduled for the PSP Network on Saturday. The DJ services will be in action. And then off to the playground of power, Nodak Speedway Sunday night for more dirt track racing at North Dakota State Fairgrounds for Mother's Day on Sunday night. Time for our player of the game, brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, 701-839-0989. We are Minot's Finest. They bring you the star of the game tonight. How do you argue with Trent Greek? 4 at-bats tonight. He scored 3 runs. He had a pair of singles. He was walked back in the 3rd, and that solo blast in the 5th really got the Magi going in the 5th inning. Trent Greek will be our Minot's Finest Collision Center player of the game. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight here from legendary Corbett Field. We thank you for joining us for the broadcast tonight here on the PSP Network. Again, we will not have coverage of game number 2 tonight. We do apologize. Hope you join us on Thursday for Class B baseball as Velvet takes on Bishop Bryant. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks to all those fine sponsors that make these games possible. Without them, we just wouldn't be here. Big thank you to all those sponsors, again, that help get these games on the air. Final tonight, 6-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Until next time, Nick Holbrook signing off. Good night, and God bless.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust.